So that should be coming from you because I'll be using it.
In a long distance relationship for 3 years now, and especially in the times
to your partner who are overseas.
That is connect deeply and authentically.
Welcome to our channel, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us today. We really want to cover quite a powerful topic today, and it's about tips for lasting a long distance relationship. Both me and Juna, say hello Juna.
Hi guys.
We've been predominantly in a long distance relationship for the whole time that we've been together. We've been in a long distance relationship for 3 years now, seeing each other where we can, and we were dating. How long were we dating before we first met?
I think 9 months.
In the times that we're in now with the pandemic, like we haven't seen each other in person since our honeymoon in January, and it's now September. So, you know, this can be quite challenging, being in a relationship and a partnership of a long distance. Obviously, there are some blessings, but yeah, generally there are challenges. So we thought we would come up with our top 3 tips, each one of us, and we don't know, we don't even know what. We haven't shared this information with each other yet, so it's going to be interesting to see if we have the same tips or if we have totally different tips. I would like to ask Juna, what is your first tip for staying in a long distance relationship?
Unconditional love. Yeah. That's the very main thing for me, for a secret to thrive in a long distance relationship. The love. That's the very utmost to consider. How much the love that you have, because everything, once in your values, love is the highest one. Like, all else will follow. Love is the prime thing that needs to be considered in the distance, not just on a distance, but in a day-to-day living.
What's tip number 2?
Is trust. Why trust? Because in a long distance relationship will always have arguments. It's normal, it's part of it. And if you're lacking a trust to your partner who are overseas, it's really challenging at times when he is out of range and he's not responding to you. Create something in your mind that you will say, oh, he might be with someone else, sharing his time with other women. So that's the thing that you're gonna come to think of. Or maybe he just don't want to talk to me anymore, or he don't like me anymore. Maybe his love for me fade already. So that's the very essence, to trust each other despite the distance.
Third and final tip.
For me, this is really a help. So never stop flirting with each other. Surprising, huh? Is it
wow, yes. Keep the love fresh.
Yeah, that's this is not about just the thing that you will say like, oh, because you are in a distance you will lose it. No, it's not. The very essence of always keeping the love alive, refreshing everything, never stop flirting. It's where you will realize that despite the distance, you still feel the attractiveness of each other. It's very essential. Never lose the spark with the love you have for the person or for your partner.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
I took a different spin on this. What I've tried to do is actual practical tips that can be implemented, because I find that's the most powerful. If you can implement, if we can give tips that people can implement then that's where the needle shifts. There's enough apps and ways to connect these days. Everyone's got a mobile phone. So stay in touch daily, whether that's text, whether that's voice calls, whether that's video chatting. I've found that that's really held us together, staying connected. That's without connection, I feel that there's nothing. Tip number 2 is connect deeply and authentically. Get to know each other on a deeper level. So learn about your partner, but also educate your partner. There's no point being in a long distance relationship and telling the other person that you're a millionaire, you know, and you live on a yacht, because, you know, like, it's all going to come crashing down eventually. Tip number 3, have fun. Have fun together. You can still, even though we're at a distance, we still have so much fun. There's still so much room for play, and what's the point of everything if we're not going to have fun doing it? There's my 3 tips, and we, you know, I took these tips not out of a book. I took them from our life and what we do, and, you know, we connect daily. We try and video call pretty much every day if possible. We're always texting each other. We connect deeply. We have really deep talks. We attend personal development events together. We read the same spiritual books together. We'll watch the same movie at the same time. We find ways around it. You know, we go on virtual dates.
Yeah, being great.
There are ways around it. Obviously,
Yeah.
not being together is challenging. I mean, this weekend's a prime example. I've been away touring, and even though you weren't there with me, you were there on the beach. You got to video chat. You got to see it all, experience it all.
Yeah.
Which I think is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of all of this, one of the blessings I've found in a long distance relationship is because there's no physical touch, you're forced to find other ways to connect deeper. So I feel that we've got to know each other better because we're in a long distance relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's different in a long distance. Like, there's no physical thing, so all you can do is just connect deeply. Like, intimacy is not just about considering the intimacy is just something like physical, but this is about more also into spiritual level and a deeper level. We will always feel both the vibe of each other, even we are at a distance.
That's it. They say no sex before marriage, but, you know, we haven't had sex since we've been married, so it's kind of challenging in itself.
Yeah, because we are in a distance. Yeah, but yeah.
You know, I like the distance. The distance has been great for getting to know each other. But yes, I wouldn't say no to some physical touch.
Yeah, I know. Even me.
Learning from you now, doing the flirt. I would love to hear other people's tips on long distance relationships. So if you have any, just pop them down below. Anything else?
If you could actually do some suggestions on what content would you like to be uploaded for the next videos, we are very open for that. I'd love to hear that coming from you.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.